Hello everyone out there, it's the Archfiend back with another video for you guys this evening. Tonight I'm going to try a different tactic. I'm actually going to expand upon one of my previous videos that I made for you guys. Video that I was pleasantly surprised and pleased with the amount of feedback that it had got, both good and bad. And that is the Fat People Rant and God and Whatnot video that I had made. For those of you that haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I'm sure you'll be entertained, to say the least, or whatever. Read the commentary if you want to laugh your ass off before you go to bed tonight. So anyways, I wanted to make another video dealing with my previous video, as redundant as that sounds. To elaborate on a few points, clear a few issues, and address maybe some of the questions you guys had out there that you had left in the commentary, and some stuff that you've sent me in my personal email address and whatnot. Many of you, actually most of the haters of my video see me as someone who hates fat people, who just gets off on discriminating against them and wants to see them wallow and suffer in life, when I must say that must be as far from the truth as possible. My problem, if you will, is that I actually care about people. I don't want to see people grow into these fat, grotesque beings that form a discrimination for themselves and die off at an early age. I don't want to see people suffer. I don't want to see people looked down upon. I don't want to see people hated just because they didn't have enough self-control to keep them from the state that gets the hate called upon them. Now, I also made the point in my previous video that it's an asshole world and that people are going to discriminate and look down upon you if you're morbidly obese. Now, that is not right. It shouldn't be like that. We should all be able to live our lives as we want to and do whatever we want to our bodies, but fat people like this Devilicious 17 that I made the first video upon are pissed off at the world because they look down upon her. Well, as I said in the original video, that's the way things are. Deal with it. I can't say things more bluntly honest than that. The world is cruel, and that's the way it is. Deal with it. I can't say it any more clearer than that. Now, I liken overweight people to many of the other discriminations that are seen around the world and this country specifically, with one difference. You could take the racial plight of African Americans, Hispanics, etc. Name whatever race, creed, or ethnic minority you want to. The only difference being is that fat people have a choice in their life. They can make their lives better. Someone of a specific background or skin color doesn't have the choice. They're born with whatever they've gotten upon them, for the most part. Now, fat people should just realize that it's time to take control of my life. It's time to have self-control. It's time to be careful. Diabetics do this. They realize they can't just eat candy canes 24 hours a day if they wanted to, because they would die. Fat people aren't faced with the reality of dying immediately, and that's the difference. Someone with diabetes will die within a day. Someone who's morbidly obese will die years down the road, but they will die years before they have to. And that's the message that I want to echo to everyone that's obese, to everyone that doesn't give a shit about the food they put in their mouth. I don't care if you have to take an extra 10 minutes on your lunch break and go home and cook something healthy rather than go to McDonald's and shove your mouth with a bunch of friggin' stupid shit fried food that's made of God knows what. But anyways, you guys have probably all heard that rant before. Now, the whole discrimination thing is is something that just can be prevented with self-control. A morbidly obese person needs to realize that maybe, just maybe, you will have to go without the comfort of good tasting food. I mean, what is food anyways, people? It is just a sensation that rolls past your tongue and into your belly and lasts a couple seconds every mouthful. Getting a couple seconds of sensation of food in your mouth is worth cutting years off your life. I, for example, well, first of all, for the record, as I made in my first video, I used to be rather obese myself. I was 200 pounds by the time that I was 13, 14 years old, and I wasn't much taller than about 5'2", 5'3". And how I said in my first video, life sucked back then. I hated it. It was a terrible way to live, and I don't regret the fact that I turned my life around and became the healthy being that I am today. I look at food as I eat for fuel and not for leisure. Eating something because it just tastes good is leisure, and that's no way to eat. Sure, I love eating a Snickers bar. I wish I could do it all the time, but I don't and I won't, because I don't want to take a second away from the potential of length of life that I could live. It's that simple. Why people in this world, and why more and more people every day just don't give a shit about that, just blows my mind. And in many ways I feel the battle's lost, because I look around this world and fat is the new thin, as one of my co-workers said to me the other day, and I said, you know what, you're probably right. That's sad. That is just sad, and it's pathetic. I don't know. Am I the crazy one here? Am I stupid? I plan on living past the age of 60. Can all of you out there that are watching this say the same thing? Sure, I may die of cancer within the next year. I may get struck by lightning. A meteorite could crash through this room right where I'm making this video and kill me right now. But you know what? I'm willing to play the odds that I'm going to be able to live a happy, healthy life. And it's not going to be cut short because of the choices that I couldn't make or could make for my life. What do you think, people? Are some of you out there actually going to shape up and say, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe I should change the way that I see my life. In reality, I don't really care if the world does. If I cared, then I would never sleep at night, because the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I just want people to at least acknowledge how stupid they are and stop making excuses for themselves and the world that caused this supposedly to them. Well, that's about all I wanted to cover tonight. Hopefully I've opened a few more minds with this video, and I don't know, maybe people are going to hate me even more now. Who cares? I'm here just like half the other dingbats that post videos on YouTube just because we have nothing better to do at night. But hey, I get a kick out of it, and I enjoy all your comments and all that good shit, so keep them coming, people. I'll try and get some more videos out there, since I know you guys just love them so much. Anyway, have a good night, people.